Imagine you are a dedicated nurse with a passion for caring for your patients. You are about to administer a medication to one of your beloved patients. You are fully confident that it is the right medication for the right patient at the right dose because you have the utmost trust in your prescribing physicians and clinical pharmacist. However, before administering the medication, you pause and wonder, how can I be confident in the purity of this medication? How can I ensure the efficacy of this medication? How can I ensure the safety of this medication? As a healthcare professional dedicated to quality care, have these questions ever crossed your mind? If so, how do you answer them? Or more importantly, who do you turn to answer these questions?
Industry pharmacists are highly trained healthcare professionals who are well-versed in the research and manufacturing associated with their company's drug products. Because of their clinical and scientific knowledge, industry pharmacists are an invaluable resource when you have medication questions. How, as a clinician, can you be confident you are administering safe, pure, and effective drugs to your patients? Pharmacists possess a unique blend of clinical knowledge and product expertise. The Doctor of Pharmacy program provides extensive clinical and scientific training focusing on medication therapy and disease state management, but also including medicinal chemistry, pharmacokinetics, and formulation design. For this reason, pharmacists are widely considered drug product experts and are employed within the pharmaceutical industry to ensure company products are safe and effective. Pharmaceutical companies rely on pharmacists for their distinct skill set and utilize them in nearly every aspect of product development, marketing, and post-marketing surveillance. Just as healthcare professionals count on traditional pharmacists practicing in hospital and community roles, clinicians can as well depend on the many pharmacists working within industry and thus can be confident in the safety, quality, and effectiveness of the drugs they administer.
Pharmacists play an important role in the development of safe, pure, and effective new drug products through a wide variety of roles within the pharmaceutical industry. For example, research and development. Pharmacists working in research and development departments use their extensive scientific and clinical training to research investigational drug products to fulfill the unmet clinical needs of patients. Pharmacists utilize their extensive understanding of pharmacology and clinical science to execute research into new drug products that are both effective and practical for future patients.
Drug safety and pharmacovigilance. Pharmacists are uniquely qualified to provide drug safety and pharmacovigilance oversight during clinical trials and post-marketing surveillance due to their thorough training in medication therapy management and adverse effect monitoring. Pharmacists in these positions are responsible for safety surveillance of drug products in clinical trials and currently on the market, ultimately impacting the way new drug products are prescribed and monitored by clinicians.
Regulatory affairs pharmacists ensure that the strict regulatory requirements of the FDA are rigorously enforced throughout the research and marketing of a new drug product.
Medical affairs. Pharmacists working in medical affairs departments serve as an important scientific and clinical resource to other members of the pharmaceutical research team, as well as the clinical investigators participating in clinical trials.
Medical sciences liaison. Pharmacists serving as MSLs work to build relationships with local clinicians. As a product expert, the MSL serves as an important resource to all local clinicians when there is a question about how the drug works, side effects, or the intended patient population.
Health economics and outcomes research. Pharmacists working in health economics and outcomes research evaluate approved drugs for cost effectiveness and comparative effectiveness to other marketed products. Work performed by these pharmacists help you find the right drug, the right dose, at the right price for the right patient.
Medical writing. Pharmacists work to ensure that all medical documents are of high scientific quality and support safe and efficacious use of medication.
Drug information, medical information. In drug information departments, pharmacists are dedicated to answering medication-related questions from patients, physicians, pharmacists, and other healthcare professionals so you can prescribe medications with confidence. As you can see, industry pharmacists play an important educational role throughout the life cycle of a new drug product. With their extensive scientific and clinical training, pharmacists are uniquely qualified to hold a variety of roles in bench-to-bedside translational research.
Let's revisit the opening scene. Only now, you are a dedicated nurse who can confidently administer a medication to your beloved patient because you can be confident in the contribution of pharmacists at all stages of the drug development process. You can be confident in the education of an industry pharmacist has prepared them to provide high-quality clinical and scientific contributions to the drug development process. You can acknowledge that industry pharmacists are trustworthy, ethical, and professional, and can now be confident in the drug's purity. Finally, you recognize all pharmacists, including industry pharmacists, as medication experts who are highly qualified to evaluate new drugs for FDA approval and use evidence-based medicine to establish a medication's most efficacious place in therapy.